Hey, how's it going, everyone? All right. So today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. If you are from the polycystic kidney disease community, this playlist right here I have ongoing. I'm probably going to add this video also to this playlist as well. This playlist I'll go ahead and add as the top pinned comment. But regardless if you have PKD or not, this is a very, very real and relatable topic for anyone out there. You don't even honestly have to have a chronic disease. Sleep quality and also B vitamins as well too. Something that very much goes underlooked, especially on the American Standard Diet. I myself am not on the American Standard Diet anymore, but I can tell you for a very while of being on a high sugar, high carb diet, I had a lot of sleep issues. And it resulted in me taking a lot of melatonin, sometimes even some of the over-counter drug sleep aids as well, which are drugs. And in my opinion, after learning about what they really do to your body long-term, it's really not the best. And I've been doing a little self case study on myself regarding some eggs primarily and some B vitamins. And I just really want to share my data because one of the ways that I have reversed my PKD is by using myself as a guinea pig. And what I mean by that is legitimately just trying different foods, trying different things for X amount of periods. I'm not sticking needles in myself, drawing blood like every day, every month. I honestly do labs, a couple times per year. But you can get a good sense if something is working, if you try it for a couple weeks, see how you feel, see what your body does, and then try something else and see if it improves. But it does take a level of commitment, and you really got to stick with it, especially if you are dedicated to really solving a lot of your issues the very much holistic way, which doesn't involve taking drugs. But okay, so on to the topic of B vitamins, primarily B12. I just want to cover some basic info about B12 because B12 is very much relatable to our sleep. Not a lot of people actually know this, and believe it or not, I didn't know this up until very recently. So, does low B12 affect sleep? Yes, low vitamins, B12 levels can significantly affect sleep, often leading to insomnia, daytime fatigue, disrupted sleep patterns because B12 helps regulate melatonin. So if you are on a high sugar diet, and I'll get to sugar momentarily, a lot of times you're going to have to supplement melatonin. But the factual thing about it is that hundreds and thousands of years ago, were there pharmacies? Was there a CVS or a Walgreens or some type of drugstore? Like, was there Amazon where you can have melatonin come to your front door? No. So what did people do thousands of years ago and hundreds of years ago, not too long ago? Well, they obviously had other fixes besides supplementing melatonin. But as you clearly see, low B12 impacts melatonin production, fatigue, insomnia. It plays a major role in so many things. It is unbelievable. Now, check this out as well, too. And by the way, anything that I talk about, please fact check me. You can literally type this information into Google AI. If you're using ChatGPT, that's also another good source, too. Anything that you type into Google, it goes with Google Gemini primarily. But please fact check me. I'm not God. I don't have any divine powers. I try not to ever say to people, please trust me. Please put your faith into a higher power and definitely look at the information that I'm talking about because this is very relevant. And a lot of people really are caught off guard about their sleep because sleep also can go ahead and lower good sleep, or bad sleep can raise your blood pressure. It can raise your blood sugar levels, aka glucose. It can raise your insulin levels. And if you have polycystic kidney disease or you're fighting a chronic disease, all those things matter so, so much. Okay, so does sugar drain B12 levels? High sugar consumption can indirectly drain and deplete B vitamins, not just B12, all B vitamins, all of them can be just totally annihilated, especially if you're living here in America and you're just eating a typical American standard diet, high in sugar. You go to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, Starbucks, like I used to. You eat some sugary yogurt in the morning. Forget about it. You're gonna have very low B vitamins. Your sleep is gonna be impacted. And I really want to talk about my impact on my old diet. So I actually have a lot of labs which are really good for me to use and talk about. My B12 level right here was taken November of 2023. That was 6 months before my devastating MRI showing my kidneys back in 2024. I was consuming around about 400 grams of sugar a day. My kidneys were also massively growing as well too. I was definitely spiking my blood sugar, spiking insulin, and I was barely eating any eggs. Yes, a food that is demonized. And there are a lot of haters still about eggs, but right now with Make America Healthy Again and HHS on the right direction, and hopefully it really stays there, eggs are back on the friendly menu. But there are still people that are scared of eating eggs. I've been eating eggs my entire life, since I was a little kid, teenager, young adult, middle-aged now. I can tell you that eggs are a superfood. So nearly 400 grams of sugar per day, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. I was almost nearly B12. Honestly, I practically was B12 deficient. I was taking a lot of melatonin. I couldn't fall asleep at night. I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would get like 8 hours of sleep, and my sleep quality sucked. And my PKD was progressing. This was November 2023, my high sugar diet. The most recent B12 lab that I have is back in August of this year, and significant change. During my high sugar diet, I probably would consume maybe, I want to say, give or take, maybe about, I've always been an egg hound, but during my sugar consumption days, it was about maybe 12 eggs per week I was consuming. And 12 eggs per week, maybe a couple eggs per day here and there, maybe no eggs, per day, and just maybe like 4 or 5 eggs on one day, but still about a dozen eggs per week. Obviously, it didn't do me any good. Now, I ended up getting these done when I was doing strict carnivore during the summer, and I was eating about 10 to 14 eggs per day. Yes, 10 to 14 eggs per day. Wait a second, isn't that like really expensive? Because a dozen organic pasture-raised eggs are about like $10, $11. When you cut out all the nonsense from your life, you can go ahead and spend 10, 11 bucks on a dozen eggs. It doesn't matter, because you're going to be cutting out all the nonsense and you're going to have money left over. So it really does equal out if you really, really think about it. But my B12 levels obviously went up. Some people may have higher on carnivore. Some people may have a little lower, but I mean, smack dab, like right in the middle. How do I feel and how is my sleep pattern? Amazing. Utterly friggin' amazing. For me, it's not about the length of sleep that I get. It's really about undisturbed sleep. I could literally get 5 hours of sleep and I could be out of my bed at 5:30, 6 a.m., whenever I need to get up, and I will be fully energetic. It's the sleep disturbance. If I sleep for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, it doesn't matter. It's all about for me and my body. If I'm waking up multiple times in the night, I'm gonna feel it the next day. But ever since that, I've really just eaten a lot more eggs. I sleep throughout the night. I sleep so better. Falling asleep at night has never been easier for me. My REM sleep is practically a lot of the times above 20%, which is great. The sweet spot tends to be, don't quote me on this, but I believe 20 to 25% in REM sleep, which means it's like a very, 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 very deep level of sleep. But I can tell you that like, since increasing my egg consumption, my sleep quality has gone up. Now, I will say that a lot of people do supplement B12, especially on the American Standard Diet. I actually know someone that was doing carnivore. They were supplementing B vitamins, primarily B12, and their B12 level was 2,000 plus, which is a little scary. Luckily, they didn't have any side effects because they were only doing it for a couple months. But understand that if you are coming off the American Standard Diet, a lot of supplementations, they could very well potentially go away because you are getting away sugar. Sugar drains your B vitamins. They drain your essential minerals. They will mess with your head. They will cause psychological problems. Sugar is the devil. It really is. I really don't mean to sound like a preacher over here, but sugar is the root cause to everything. And when you remove sugar, a lot of times you don't need to supplement. Okay, so what have I been doing on myself as a little mini case study for about a month now? Well, I've been going and doing an experiment, nothing crazy. I'm actually on this website called Chronometer. It's a good way to really track stuff. If you are from the polycystic kidney disease community, please do not replicate me whatsoever. I do get a lot of questions about how much protein that I eat, how many carbs, how much fat. Please don't replicate me. My protein intake, my fat intake is personalized to me and what my workout level is, what I'm doing. Also, I have a very high EGFR with cystatin C of 111. So understand that, like, just please do not replicate me. You gotta learn your body. But something that I've been doing before on my last meal out of the day, I tend to really have an early dinner. That is something that I will suggest for anyone, not just in the PKD community. If you can go ahead and have an early dinner, primarily around 5 or 6 p.m., do not snack before you go sleep. You will be able to burn off some more calories before bedtime. That's going to keep your blood sugar level low. It's going to keep your insulin levels low. And it's also going to put you into a deeper level of ketosis, a fat-burning state. So if you are struggling at all, please take into consideration potentially having a earlier dinner around this time. And if we go back actually to history, getting off a little bit of topic here, but believe it or not, hundreds of years ago, it was actually a sin to eat after dark. Now, do I really believe it's a sin to eat after dark? Well, theoretically, anything we do is theoretically a sin. But why would people say it's a sin to eat after dark? I mean, hey, we don't give credit to a lot of our ancestors. Those people were so smart. Obviously, they did not have the capability to test our insulin level and blood sugar, but those people knew that if you stop eating before you go sleep, you're going to burn more calories. It's pretty remarkable. Okay, so what have I been doing for the last month now to kind of really get really great sleep quality? I just have eggs before I go sleep, before my last meal. My first meal in the morning is 6 eggs. I have eaten 6 eggs for my first meal now for, I want to say, probably close to 9 months. Why do I do that? Am I a freak of nature? Do I have some type of weird fetish for eggs? No, it's because of the way I feel, okay? I feel like friggin' Superman after I get done eating my 6 eggs in the morning. Yes, I feel like Superman. It's a hard way to really explain it, but I become energetic. It has to be all the B vitamins. It has to be because I don't have any carbs in the morning also. And you go ahead and just throw all of that in there. I feel incredible. I really do. There are times where I even forget to have my morning coffee because I just feel so friggin' energetic. I've been testing this out for the last month, and I can tell you that my sleep quality during these nights have just been phenomenal. I sleep longer. I sleep more undisturbed. I wake up feeling amazing. And if you are suffering out there with some type of sleep issues, maybe potentially throw in some eggs for your last meal. It doesn't have to be 5 eggs whatsoever. Just maybe, 1 or 2 eggs for your last meal. But the thing about B vitamins is that they do leave our system relatively quickly. And that's also something to take in consideration. So eggs are definitely your friend. Please don't fear them. They have been utterly demonized so much. Why have they been demonized? Well, it's because they're so healthy for you. And also, it's very hard for the processed food companies to make money off of you. That's right. If you go ahead and add eggs into your diet, it's hard for the processed food companies to make money from us. Definitely consider that as well, too. But I can definitely tell you by finishing my last meal with 5 eggs, the amount of B vitamins I'm getting, I don't know how accurate this stuff really is, by the way. I can definitely go ahead and say this. But I can definitely tell you that, like, the amount of B vitamins that we get, primarily B12, it's massive. And for me and my body, I've just been perfecting and tweaking a lot of things as well, too. Definitely rambled on more than I really wanted to in this video. Hopefully this definitely helps anyone out there that is suffering in need. Definitely let me know down below in the comment section if you want me to cover a different topic here. But, yeah, eggs can definitely benefit you. If you are suffering with sleep and you're adding in eggs to your diet, keep trying, keep seeing what works for you. Never give up, stay motivated, and eventually you're definitely gonna find what's causing the issue. For me, it was hands down sugar. Oh, yep, it was definitely the sugar. All right, God bless everyone. Take it easy. I'll catch you on a new video here probably tomorrow or Saturday. Subscribe for future content and be safe. Later.